The Santacruzan and the Flores de Mayo are very Filipino festivals. It's a form of celebration na talaga nagtitipon-tipon, especially in the provinces. Talagang lalabas talaga sila ng mga bahay, they will watch the parade, pinaghahandaan ang buong barangay or ng buong probinsya. It unites the community. It also is a certain form of appreciation for the beauty of the Filipina.
So wow, I'm so excited to witness our event for tonight. Pero grabe, iba pa rin talaga yung face-to-face na event, no? With all the fancy and intricately designed dresses, suits, flowers, and arcs.
Yep, I agree. And I can't wait what our delegates have in store for us for tonight.
So welcome everyone to the Dress Up Santacruzan. I am Corrie Romero.
And I'm Gabriel Gatan, and we will be your hosts for tonight's event. This is actually the last event that will conclude the 2022 International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference.
So hopefully from the CNN video we just saw, we get the gist of the Santacruzan, which is a novena procession culminating the month-long Flores de Mayo festival here in the Philippines. So it is actually a commemoration in honor of the discovery of the Holy Cross, so which is said to have been discovered by Saint Helena, the mother of Constantine, the Roman emperor who is said to have been converted to Christianity on his deathbed.
Yes, Corey, we celebrate the Flores de Mayo, which comes from flores, from the Spanish for flowers, also known as Flores de Mayo, so flowers of May, or also Flores de Maria, or flowers of Mary, or alay, which means offering. This refers to the whole flower festival held in May in honor of the Virgin Mary. Our event tonight is an online Santacruzan, so we hope that from the pre-program video showcasing CNN's coverage on Santacruzan in the Philippines made you guys even more excited for our event tonight.
Yes, but before we officially start, we would just like to remind you of the house rules for tonight. We would just like to request all the participants here tonight to mute your microphones until asked otherwise. But everyone can open their cameras so we can see all your beautiful faces tonight.
We now move on to the main event's guidelines. Corey, kindly do the honors in presenting it.
Okay, sure, Gab. So the delegates have submitted one picture and one video, which is 30 seconds maximum, of themselves dressed up according to the following prompts. So the first one is Reina o Haring Fe, the herald of the virtue of faith. Faith is the first theological virtue, and its herald carries a cross. The second one is Reina o Haring Esperanza, the herald of the virtue of hope. Hope is the second theological virtue, and its herald carries an anchor. And lastly, Reina o Haring Caridad, the herald of the virtue of charity. The charity is the third theological virtue, and its herald carries a red heart.
Also, let's not forget some additional guidelines. First, delegates are allowed to use props to embody the prompts in a more effective way. Second, no editing is allowed for the pictures, but the participants are allowed to edit or make the video as creative as possible. Third, delegates may submit more than one prompt. We at the Faura project understand that not everyone who may be interested to join the contest are Christians or Catholics. So we made sure that the prompts are open to interpretation and are first and foremost inclusive.
So to help us tonight in choosing our top 21 delegates, and of course our winners, we have invited judges who are kind enough to lend their time and effort in helping us make this event possible. For our contest tonight, we have 4 esteemed judges.
Our first judge is Miss Marinel Completo. She was crowned Miss Sinait, second runner-up in 2014 in Ilocos Sur. She is the reigning Mutya ng Emerita since 2015. She is a recipient of the Gary Rojas Leadership Awardee in 2018 and representing UP Manila. She was crowned as Miss Universe Belt second runner-up just this year, 2022.
Our second judge is Mr. John Ace Gabilagon. He is a sophomore student at UP Manila taking BA in Philippine Arts. Last year, he joined the Dress Up Santacruzan contest and was hailed as the overall winner. Since high school, Ace has taken various leadership, directing, and video editing roles. He competed in various national and local campus journalism press conferences, festivals of talents, and film festivals.
Our third judge is Miss Carol Duque. Miss Caroline Marie D. Duque graduated from the University of the Philippines, Manila, with a bachelor's degree in Philippine Arts major in Arts Management and Cultural Heritage. She has worked as a collections manager for the UPM Museum of History of Ideas, Metropolitan Museum of Manila, and the National Museum of the Philippines. At present, she is a museum researcher at the Fine Arts Division of the NMP. Her work is focused on research in Philippine arts and translating them into dynamic exhibitions in the NMP's central and regional museums all over the Philippines.
And our last judge is Dr. Honey Libertine Achanzar-Labor. She is a professor at the University of the Philippines, Manila. She has been working on the Flores de Mayo festivals for the past years and is enamored with the beauty of the floral traditions here in the Philippines, including the Santacruzan.
Before we present our submissions, I would like to give a special and big thank you to those who submitted their very lovely photos and videos. I can see the time and effort placed in these entries, and to be honest, words can't explain on how elegant you people are. And in that case, let's see your entries.
But before that, I just want to remind that during this presentation of submissions, we will also be reading the answers of the delegates to the question, how do you champion your chosen value, faith, hope, or charity in your day-to-day life? This was submitted along with their photos and videos.
Let's now start the presentation of the top 21 contestants based on the preliminary judging. The first is the presentation of Reyna o Haring Fe, who carries a cross. All right. I hope you guys are excited to see Luigi Lalas. Haring Fe, I quote from Luigi, "I champion faith in my day-to-day life by continuing to persevere against all the odds and struggles. You need to believe in yourself that you have the capability to overcome all challenges ahead of you. By doing so, it will get easier for us to build confidence in ourselves. This will help us embrace our true inner selves, which in turn brings more faith towards our own capabilities."
So for our next contestant, she is Anne Margaret de la Fuente, and her answer to the question is: despite of all the hardships and challenges I faced all throughout my college life, I'm still here, thriving and doing my best to achieve my dreams. So let's see her video.
Next, we have Maria Shaula Arevalo. What she said, whatever actions you show, it will always reflect on your beliefs and values as a person. Centering one's life on God and living out good values towards others are the things that champion my faith in daily living. Our faith brings us hope, confidence, and assurance in every endeavor that life offers. Let's see her entry video.
Next is Miss Christina Mane for Reina Fe. She says that I believe that faith without action is dead. Even when life seems rough and uncertain, I uphold this value by constantly trying to apply righteousness in every deed with a strong belief that things will eventually fall into place. It may take time, but it will surely be better. Let's see her video.
Next, we have Christiana Lagi. She said, I champion faith in my day to day life by putting my best into my studies and being optimistic despite our current situation in the pandemic, which is negatively affecting many aspects of our lives. Academics and other responsibilities feel challenging and draining at the moment, but I am putting my faith in God, who blessed me with the strength, wisdom, and steadfastness to have come this far in life. And I believe that all of this will pay off someday, one way or another.
Next is Miss Angel Deason for Reina Fe. She says that in today's challenges, it is important that one has strong faith. It may be faith to God, any higher being, or it may be faith on you and your capabilities. Having faith, especially with the challenges we face today, will greatly help on one's intentions because having faith alter your outlook in life. Faith will force you to look at the brighter side and attract goodwill to your intentions. Let's see her video.
Next, we now have Elaine Yuson. Elaine said, faith is deep rooted in the expectation of good things to come. I champion faith through allowing it to nourish my heart and soul, for it carries through. Remember, to live in faith is to live in abundance. We gravitate towards what we root in mind. Let's see her entry video.
And last for this, for having faith, we have Ron Symbol. He says that my chosen value of faith enables me to direct my decisions in my day-to-day life towards caring and uplifting my community. Through my devotion, I get to reflect the unconditional love of God with my actions and behaviors in the society, especially the marginalized. Let's see his video. So next, we have the presentation of Reina Oharing Esperanza, who carries an anchor.
Again, we have Ron Symbol, who enacts Harry Esperanza. She said, my chosen value of hope enables me to continue striving forward despite the challenges and hindrances that life would throw at me. In these trying times, I have truly cherished hope for change is inevitable in life, which keeps me motivated to achieve a better future, not only for myself, but also for our society. Let's see his second entry video.
Our next contestant for Reina Esperanza is Rebecca Razon. Her answer is, despite of all the hardships and challenges I've faced all throughout my college life, I, I'm still here, thriving and doing my best to achieve my dreams.
Next, and the last for Reina Esperanza, we have Joanne Yasay. As someone who can't seem to get away from enormous insecurities, extreme concerns, and awful hardships, hope is always there to give me the strength to keep going and find a way out of the darkness. Every day, I attempt to keep the hope alive that there is something worth believing in and trusting in. Most importantly, hope inspires me to believe that there is always something beautiful in every day and that every adversity has a silver lining. Let's see her entry video. We are now at the third and last. We have the presentation of Reina o Haring Caridad who carries a heart.
So for our first entry for the last prompt, we have Miss Jana Dominique Marasgan. Her answer is charity as the highest form of love can be made my most sought after virtue in my life by being a generous and selfless lover of people and God myself. To be pure and have a good disposition of heart are one of the things that can further emulate this. Let's see her video.
Next, we have Elizabeth Sabate. She said, always be kind and courageous. Whether in action or prayer, I try to help in whatever way I can, especially towards those who are needy or suffering. Let's see her entry video.
Next, we have Miss Claudine Simpao. Her answer is, in our current situation, performing acts of charity appears to be a challenge for some, despite the fact that these are definitely needed due to the pandemic. Personally, I believe that love and compassion for others can change a person's life. So I do my best to give whatever I can, whether it's money, time, or effort. Let's see her video.
Next, we have Alexandra Monique Panaga. Her answer is, charity is something we all need, especially during this time of pandemic. My own way of championing this is by preferring to buy snacks from street vendors or sari-sari store than going to the grocery. Through this simple gesture, I am able to help these families put food on their tables. Let's see her entry video.
Our next contestant is Miss Jillian Camille Zabala. Her answer is, I advocate charity in its purest sense by giving love through my words and my actions. I believe that to speak kindly of others, I am more likely to show them kindness and appreciation. Every person has their own struggle each day. That is why I always remind myself to be considerate and to think of my actions whenever I get to the whenever I get the opportunity to share the blessings I receive. I always make sure to share it with those who needed them more. I know that even the smallest help will make a change in our society because I also appreciate even the slightest act of thoughtfulness. I think by doing this, I also encourage others to do so, to do compassion to our fellow men as well.
Next, we have Maria Angelica Basa. Her answer is kindness and compassion are the two of the most insignificant and essential values that sprout from the human heart. Those values do not merely persist in grand gestures and quantifiable measures of tangible gifts. They are growing empathy for everyone and everything. Those speaking softly in dialogue are watering the plants regularly, nourishing the mind, fighting for the country's sounder future. They are the actions that propel love through service, golden gestures for eternal harmony. Let's see her entry video.
Our next contestant is Miss Bianca Rosario Santiago. Her She has a very simple answer, and that is unhesitatingly providing aid for those in need. Let's see her video.
Next, we have Karil. I hope I'm reading this right. Cheska Kunita. She said, I champion charity by always choosing to exercise the more radical option, love and service. The difficulties brought about the pandemic, including the shift to an online setup, can be alleviated by encouraging acts of kindness towards others. I do this by trying to be sensitive to others at all times and reaching out whenever they need help. Let's see her entry video.
Our next contestant for Haring Caridad is Elijamin Wolfgang Claveria. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but his answer is anyone can come up to me for help, for homework, life advice, or maybe help moving things around. When you come up to me, I always do what I can to what I can do to help those around me. Let's see his video.
Presents
Last but not the least, we have Angeline Jane Tolentino. She said, charity is often defined to be the act of giving to those in need. But to me, help becomes meaningless if it isn't genuine. The heart is the most important part of charity. It represents the person's self and it need to represent true intent to ease someone's struggles. I champion charity in my day-to-day by seeing life from another person's perspective, by seeing the heart of everyone I encounter and make sure I take care of what they show me, whether it's a simple complaint about their day or an angry rant. I offer my ears, understanding, and time. I try my best to make every person who reviews even a light a little piece of their heart to me, leave with a little bit of weight off their chests. Let's see her entry video.
Sa unang tingin agad na humaling sa nagniningning mong mga mata. Ika'y isang bituin na nagmula sa langit. Hindi ko mawari ang tagal ay mong tinatangi. Sadya namang nakakapighani.
So grabe, hands down to all of our 21 contestants. Ang gaganda at ang gagwapo nilang lahat. So plus we can really see how they champion the virtues in their daily lives. So for our audiences who might be a bit confused why we have 21 contestants based on the preliminary judging, the reason why is because we actually got a lot of entries and we were planning to get the top 20. But because sobrang gagaling nga ng contestants natin this year, merong nag-tie, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng 21 contestants. So before we proceed with the awarding of winners for this year's Santacruzan, we have very special surprises for our audience tonight. So to serenade us, we have Miss Chandra Mamuad.
Miss Chandra Mamuad is a third-year student from BA Philippine Arts. She is a member of the Phil Arts Home Org Salingay. And excuse me, we have energetic neighbors here. But anyways, to continue, and a part of the Performing Arts Club of the said organization. She started playing the violin at 11 years old and have performed in numerous events together with an ensemble. She also plays the piano and have performed in the 2014 Piano Festival by the Piano Teachers Guild and the Philippines Foundation Incorporated. Although she no longer belongs to an ensemble, she continues to play music as an avocation, if that's correct. So let's hear it up for Miss Chandra. Grabe, goosebumps from that amazing piece. Di ba, Corey? Do you feel the
Super
goosebumps?
agree. Oo.
Yeah, and so thank you so much to Miss Chandra for that wonderful intermission. We are now finally at the last stretch of this competition. We will have 4 winners for tonight, but I would like to, or we would like to first say that you are all winners in our eyes just by doing an amazing job at portraying your chosen prompts. With your submissions, you inspired us to, even empowered us to get up and dress up well. So big shout out to you guys for the time and effort in submitting your entries.
Okay, so let's proceed to the awarding of our winners.
Okay, so for our first runner-up for the Reina Fe is Q in slide. We have Miss Maria Shaula Arevalo. Okay, let's all give a virtual round of applause to Miss Maria Shaula Arevalo. Congrats.
So for our next winner, our first runner-up for the prom, Reina Oharing Esperanza, we have Reina Esperanza with Miss Rebecca Razon wins Reina Esperanza. Congratulations, Miss Rebecca Razon.
And our winner for Reina or Haring Kadiridad is we have Miss Jillian Zabala as Reina Caridad. Congratulations, Miss Jillian.
And for our grand winner for this year's Dress Up Santacruzan, they are no other than Miss Jana Marasigan or Reina Caridad. So as the grand winner, you gain the highest points for all the prompts, and when average, of course, you also have the highest score. Again, congratulations, Miss Jana Marasigan. I would just like to share that our winners for this Dress Up Santacruzan will be expecting a gift packs from our sponsors from the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. So bongga rin yung prizes natin for our winners. Thank you so much to all our delegates and congratulations to all our 4 winners.
And to commemorate this wonderful event, if they are present, may we call on the winners to open their cameras for a quick picture taking. So kung nandito po kayo, let's open our cams para acknowledge their presence. If available. If you guys are okay with that, para to make this memorable moment mark in our galleries. Yeah.
So open cam na sana kayo guys so we can see your beautiful faces for tonight, especially our winners if you're here tonight.
If they're here, mukhang they have other things to attend to, but that's okay. I hope we get to see them face to face para, we see them and maalala natin, oh, siya yung nanalo, diba? Parang ganda pakinggan from them. Yun. So again, thank you so much to everyone for coming tonight, and thank you to our esteemed judges for joining us in tonight's event.
So before we formally end tonight's event and the Flores de Mayo festival as a whole actually, let me call on Dr. Honey Libertine Achanzar-Labor for some last words before we finally end the 2022 conference.
All right. Can you hear me? Gab,
Yes, ma'am. We can
Corrie,
hear
yes,
you
our
loud and clear.
yeah, so good evening to everyone. So thank you all for joining us this evening, and in some, even for the entirety of our week-long 2022 International Flores de Mayo Festival and Conference. True to our pledge, we continue to promote heritage, not only that of Ermita and its environs, but also the intangible cultural heritage of the Flores de Mayo, endemic and native flora, as well as art and craft production, which serve as voice for promoting heritage. So, but this year we celebrate two milestones as we shared our local heritage to participants from different parts of the globe by providing them a platform to showcase their country's floral festivals. For this, we had our first ever international Flores de Mayo conference and festival this year. So the second milestone in this year's festival was a celebration of heroes in the conservation of endemic flora, as well as in the promotion of native flowers through the visual, literary, and performing arts during our two-day conference, which opened this festival. So I have nothing more important to say now, but thank you. No? Thank you all for your presence and participation in this year's festival. Thank you for our speakers who wonderfully presented their country's floral heritage. A good number, of course, came from the Philippines, as several universities were represented. Among them, like speakers from UP Manila, of course, from UP Los Baños, UP Open University, UP Baguio, the UST, the De La Salle University, Central Bicol State University, Central Mindanao State University, among others. But we also were equally delighted with the presentations of our speakers from other countries, represented like France, Turkey, India, Malaysia, and the United States. So thank you for the generous artists from the Philippine Botanical Art Society, headed by founder Ms. Bing Formoso, who have facilitated our painting workshops on endemic flower. And thank you for your participation and inspiring words, Father Paul Enrique Gumon, as this made the conduct of our virtual Flores de Mayo with the children of Barangay 669 in Ermita during our second workshop yesterday to be true to its name. So heartfelt thanks to Mr. Anton Magpantay as well for allowing us to have our exhibit, our festival exhibit in art space in Capitol Commons, Pasay City, which just started to, or which opening just happened around 5 p.m. earlier. So we just posted the live telecast of that opening in our Facebook page. So please check it out. So thank you also to Ms. Marinoel Completo, who represented the UP Manila student community during our international conference and proved that even as students, we are already prepared to showcase scholarship in research. Thank you to Marinel through your position as SK chairperson of Barangay 669 in Ermita, for acting as conduit in all our conservation efforts in the barangay, as well as in the arts and crafts workshops that we provide to children and their mothers. So thank you to all the members of the faculty of the University of the Philippines, particularly Dr. Chitro Bute of the Department of Biology, Professor Alice Adeva, Professor Celia Bonilla, Ms. Rosie Hilario, and Ms. Jessica Basco, all from the Department of Arts and Communication. So your presence and participation during the conference definitely made a mark. To CAS Dean Maricuan Carillo and to UP, our beloved UP Manila Chancellor Menchit Padilla, whose presence during the conference and whose truly inspiring message clinched the conference. And lastly, thank you for the whole the Faura project team. In particular, thank you, Ina Garcia, for your artistry, which made all our Flores de Mayo Festival posters and publicity material such a delight to everyone's eyes. Thank you, Mr. Elijah Del Rosario, who despite his thesis still allotted time for our Memories of Faura videos, as well as for tonight's event. to head the tech team. And of course, a big thank you to Mr. Gatan and Miss Corrie Romero for your voice, your smile, and eloquence, which grabbed everyone's attention in this night's event, as well as other events spread out throughout the week. Thank you as well for being such a reliable part of a technical team. Last but definitely not the least, thank you to Miss Charisse del Castillo for the detailed coordination of the week-long festival, for your eloquence and nose for details, which made our first international conference a success. And of course, for making her dress-up project be an essential part of our festival. May we never forget to shower Mary and our loved ones with flowers every year in the month of May. Special shout out to all our mothers on May 8th as we celebrate Mother's Day this Sunday. So once again, thank you. Thank you all. Congratulations to all our winners, of course, and to everyone who participated in this night's Dress Up Santacruzan. And may you have a good and smile-filled night ahead.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Levy.